Hello everyone. Thank you all for joining us. Why do we meditate? We meditate because it's a skill that we are developing to help us stop our thoughts. The Buddhists are really the best at doing this. That's why the Buddha came to our world, is in order to teach us and train us. He trained his disciples to stop thinking. And that's what we do everywhere. And that's what the Buddhists excel at doing. And so the Buddha came to India and it taught the Indians how to stop their thoughts. And why stopping a thought? Why is it important? Because we cannot stop our thoughts. We don't know how to stop our thoughts. It's not something and we can will and say, I'm going to stop my thoughts, and you can do it. It just doesn't work like that. Why can't we stop our thoughts? It's because you can't do it forcefully. You can't do it with brute force, because the only way to stop thinking is to know why we're thinking. Yes? You take some pills, some drugs to reduce your thinking. Yes, they reduce your thinking, but you will not stop all your thoughts. Okay? And so this is why inherently the Buddhists are the experts at doing this, because they know, we know exactly why thoughts are generated. And thoughts are generated because of attachments. Okay? Just to name a very simple example. It's 5 p.m. here in the United States. It's about dinner time for many of us. Yeah? And so around this time, we like to start thinking about what we're going to have for dinner. Yes? And some of us prefer hamburgers, some prefer Chinese, some prefer kimchi, whatever. You see, all those preferences are attachments. Is that clear? So around this time, we naturally think of the kind of food that we like to have for dinner. And that's, you see, we like to have it for dinner. The liking to have it for dinner are the thoughts that pop up in your mind because of your attachments. Is that clear? It's a very simple process. And so in order to stop our thoughts, we need to go through a training, some drills, to help us learn how to control those thoughts. And ultimately we'll reduce the attachments, and therefore the thoughts will naturally die by themselves. In other words, to simply put, in order to stop the thoughts, what are you supposed to do? You pop a pill, you stop some thoughts. Yes? Like crazy people, depressed people have thoughts of depression. So they pop a pill, they take a pill, and the pill will make them have fewer thoughts. Yes? That's what they do. Manic people, they also have fewer thoughts. The pills only reduce the certain types of thoughts, or the amplitude, or the intensity of those thoughts, the frequency of those thoughts, but they do not stop the thoughts. You see that? Why not? Because you take pills, you need to take pills in order to stop your thoughts. Are you free from thoughts? You're not. Ultimately, you still have one thought left. I need to pop a pill in order to stop my thoughts. You see that? So ultimately, you're creating more attachments. You do some attachments here and there, but then you're creating new attachments, your dependency to the pills. See? So ultimately, in order to stop your thoughts, you have to cut off your attachments. Okay? And how do you cut off your attachments? Only the Buddhists know and have managed to train their students how to do it successfully. All kinds of people, okay, everywhere in the world, men, women, child, okay. So the best way to stop your thoughts is, what do you need to do? Anyone? That's the best way to stop your thoughts. No one knows? It's so obvious. But no one talks about it. How do you stop your thoughts? Until you're able to stop your thoughts, you won't know how to do it. You see? You can talk all you want. You can explain all you want. Until you're able to do it, then you understand how. Okay? So the people who have successfully stopped all the thoughts, they all do this. And you cannot stop your thoughts because you cannot do this. Doing what? Xiao Tai. Are you paying attention? Okay. What are you supposed to do when you want to stop your thoughts? This is what superior boys do. Number 4.
I think that you don't only not think about any thoughts, but you don't think about the bad thoughts.
What about the good thoughts?
Well, thoughts that are not out of the 5 precepts, and yeah. So tired.
Next.
So tired.
How do you stop your thoughts? By doing nothing. Can you do nothing? Let me paraphrase it for you. If you can do nothing, then no thoughts will arise. Okay, that's still mystical for you. Okay? So, trust me, you beginners here, you're new to Chan, you all had to Chan, you still cannot answer my question because you have not been able to stop your thoughts. QED. Yeah? You're able, this Chan practice is a process where we train you to stop some thoughts and more thoughts and more thoughts and more thoughts. Eventually, when you get to your destination, then you are able to have the skill. You have the skill to stop all thoughts. That's Chan. No excuses. If you do Chan, okay, you go all the way, you have the skills to stop all thoughts. And I really am upset because when I first started doing meditation, no one ever taught me that. At all. Okay? It's because most of the people who tried to teach me haven't stopped their thoughts yet. Questions, comments? So, Chan, it's something. This is very special training where we guide you so that you eventually will be able to stop your thoughts. Okay, and this is the quintessence of Chinese Chan versus other styles of meditation practices, whether it's Thai practice or Tibetan or Vietnamese or American Zen or whatever, okay? Chinese Chan has this particular characteristic that the others don't have as much emphasis, okay? So let me put it bluntly, in order to practice Chan, there are two things. Okay? Number one, understand the purpose of why you're practicing Chan. You practice meditation because you want to retain rest or control back of your mind, of your thoughts. You cannot stop them right now. That's why you're learning, you're being trained, you're learning, you develop skills to be able to stop your thoughts. Is that clear? That's it. And it starts first with you beginners learning how to cross your legs, because that's the fastest way to develop the skills. And you cross your legs, it's unnatural, and therefore you have some pain, discomfort, and so forth. That's part of the natural process, okay? Nothing to worry about. Part of the price you have to pay. Nothing that's important in life ever comes for free. All right? You have to earn it. You earn it through discomfort, you earn it through assiduity or what's assiduity, another word, of diligence, consistencies, and so forth, steadiness, and so forth, vigor, and so forth, and you learn. And so this process here, it's a very, very, very effective process, because this Chan meditation training here was imported by my Chinese master from China, Master YongHua, and that's what we learned. The fundamentals of this this Chan training came from China, came from our lineage, our Chan lineage, one of the 5 houses in China, from the 5 schools of Chan in China. The school is Weiyang. The first Chan school, the Chan house in China, was called Weiyang, and that's what we are. And so Master YongHua, my late Chinese teacher, where I learned Chan skills from, fundamentals from, was from this lineage, okay? And so they are by far the best. What I mean by best is what I've seen so far in terms of level attainments of the Chan practitioners. The Weiyang lineage, where we belong to, when we try to practice, by far was the highest level I've seen anywhere in the world so far. And in the US, it's far higher than China even, for example. So the skills have been transferred from China to the US, okay? And so that's the first thing. The first thing that we, the Chan lineage is not about Chan, the skills is not about talk, it's about can you do it? All right? So can you stop the thoughts? And the more advanced you are, okay, the faster you are, the better you are at stopping thoughts, okay? And for longer periods of times and so forth. And so that's what this Chinese Chan skill, and by the way, Chinese Chan was the Chinese meditation is very advanced, a lot more than all other countries from what I've seen, okay? Because to me, you can talk all you want. What is your students? What is the level of your students? the teacher in a Chan school, the objective to transfer the knowledge to the next generation. Okay? A very simple rule. Teachers are supposed to transfer the knowledge to the next generation so that it doesn't get lost. Our experience, our skills survive us. Okay? And so this is characteristics of the Chinese Chan that I'm seeing that is not as advanced as in all other cultures, other countries, other approaches. Okay, it's just my humble opinion. And so why is it? What is this thing here? This emphasis here of Chan is the reason it works faster, it works better, is because of one difference that the Chinese Chan has that the other disciplines, the other approaches don't. The Chinese Chan meditation puts emphasis on working with a good knowing advisor, meaning a competent teacher. Competent teacher means that this teacher has been able to help a lot of students already. Okay? The Chinese are very tough. So in the golden era of Chinese Chan, in the Tang Dynasty, they have all these famous Chan masters who have trained so many advanced Chan students, Chan masters. More so than any other countries. And that's why a Chan school flourished in China for a while. Okay, and that's what we picked up in that tradition. Yes, Corinne. YouTube.
Hello, Master. This question came from Hannah. Hello, thank you as always. I have two questions. One, when I listened to your Dharma talk, I heard that it's difficult to get enlightenment if we worried about money. How can I let go of the worry about money? And second question is, I believe that everyone can become a Buddha, but I don't seem to have the confidence that I can do. How can I develop that confidence?
Okay, not everyone cannot worry about money. When I talk about not worrying about money, I'm referring to the monks and nuns. Monks and nuns in this modern era, they are left in a position to worry about money. They have to pay rent, they have to pay for clothing, transportation, insurance, dentists, and so forth. And therefore, that's real. Without those, they cannot function as monks and nuns. And therefore, because of those worldly concerns, the monks and nuns have to spend a lot of time nowadays during the day to take care of those needs. Meaning get a job or work or the purpose is to do something to get the Buddhist disciples to support you, to give you money and so forth. And therefore, you see, that's a problem right there. They're being trained in order to stop thinking. And what do? Every day they worry about money. So that's contrary to the training. So that's why when I said in our temples, in our system, we take out those worries about money. So our monks and nuns don't have to worry about money. They're provided for. Okay, so they can stop thinking about making money, about paying for their expenses. All right, and it's a big chunk of time right there during the day for you. You have to worry about making money, paying rent, paying for your mortgage, car payments. Okay, yeah. And number two, you have no confidence in becoming a Buddha. It'll be quite a while, don't worry. Eventually you will become a Buddha, but not right now. If you feel you have no confidence, you feel you're going to, it's difficult for you to believe you can, that means you're right. You don't have to worry about that yet, okay? All right, so the objective of Chan, again, is to develop the skills to stop thinking. And number two about Chan, that's one of the Chan characteristics, a very important approach of Chan training, is that you train under a competent teacher, named what we call good knowing advisor. Chinese call it good knowing advisor, a person who knows how to train you and have done it already. Okay, and that's why it's an advantage that the Chinese Chan has over all the other disciplines, meditation disciplines. I don't care whatever you want to bring up to compare against Chinese Chan, is that the competent teacher will speed up your Chan skills a lot more than you were to do it by yourself. That's simple. So in Chinese Chan, and then that's how that's what we copied from, we stole from, is we find a competent teacher, meaning I go to a place, I see, I don't look at the teacher. I look at the teacher, yes I do, but but I also look at their students. Okay, what is the skill of the students, their disciples? Okay, and that tells me that how skilled the teacher is. All right, any questions and comments? So far we discussed the first founder of our lineage, Master Wei Shan, who is a very illustrious teacher. He trained his successor, Master Yang Shan, or Yang Shan Hui Ji, as is the case here in the screen. So Yang Shan Hui Ji. So we've been on this during this Chan for Asia class here. We try to go back to these founders of our lineage and see how they received the training or how they trained their students by looking at the anecdotes that were left behind in their wake and see and try to learn from it, okay? And so this is our tradition. So we finished Master Wei Shan's anecdotes, a good 20, maybe 25 of them. We should compile them and publish them as Wei Shan, great Chan Master Wei Shan anecdotes, okay? And now we're starting on Master Yang Shan's anecdote, okay? And so if you have no questions, I'd like to go into 2.1, the introduction to Master Yang Shan, okay? Any problems? Any questions? Objections? Suggestions? Anything? So, Master Yang Shan is also a very advanced Chan master. Wei Mong has a question.
Thank you, Master. My question is, I was injured at work and I couldn't walk for 5 days. Hip injury, but it's not broken. So, do you think I should try to get in full lotus or half lotus and start out slow pretty soon?
I'm sorry. So your hip is broken?
It's not broken or fractured. It's just it's called a contusion. It's
A contusion. Oh, I see.
Yes, sir.
Wow, that's doesn't sound too bad. I heard about your accident, and I thought it was broken. You are in a lot for for a lot of suffering. And if it's a contusion, then it will heal quite quickly. It's not a big deal, right? However, it's pretty deep, I guess, the contusion. Yes. So what you ought to do is use this opportunity to take care of your body. Okay. Are you on long-term disability then, or you still need to hop to work on one foot?
It's a week off work, and then I'll let the boss know on tomorrow
I see.
about maybe more time.
Yeah. You do have long, work disability, right? Workman's comp and so forth. Okay. Never mind. Okay. What you want to do is to avoid aggravating it. Okay. So don't sit on that side. Okay. If you're able to sit in half lotus on the side that doesn't work, doesn't have a contusion, then you should only sit in half lotus. Okay.
Yeah, thank you.
Since you are here, you're at this stage here, you may want to recite. You don't eat. You're not vegetarian, right? Okay. You may want to recite YongHua Lai. Meditate on that. Okay. Or if you were transmitting the hands and eyes, recite number 3. Okay. I would recite YongHua Lai, Medicine Master Buddha's name, constantly. Okay, and you see the miracles, how quickly you will recover, how quickly it will go away. Okay, now you have more motivation to recite that Buddha's name. Okay. All right. I'm glad you're not badly hurt.
Thank you.
Okay. So let's read this. Dharma Master Yang Shan Huiji was from Guangdong province in southern China. His last name was Ye. He wanted to become a monk at 15, but his parents would not give permission. You see? So this, he's Cantonese. I didn't know that. So Cantonese do produce competent people. And then he wanted to become a monk at the age of 15. So it's kind of interesting. Back then in China, these people have so many blessings. Therefore, they wanted to go and become a monk because that's the most challenging thing, trust me, in that you can do. A very difficult thing to do, and also very rewarding if you could do it well. And so at the age of 15, he wanted to become a monk, but of course his parents, as typically the parents are all against it. Why is that? Because parents are idiots. Am I offending any of you, you parents? Huh? Parents are idiots. They think they know. When they talk about Buddhism, they talk about us. They don't know anything. Yeah? And they're too arrogant to think that they know when they really don't know. They should, parents are like in their Chinese culture in particular, they think they're God, they're kings, therefore they open their mouth and speak. Here in the West, before we speak, we read up on that, don't we? Huh? And we say, so that we don't sound like an idiot. Anyway, so back then they didn't have the internet, so the parents would not have much information. You can't blame them, okay? So of course they say, I don't understand Buddhism. They won't say that, but I disagree. You shouldn't go into become a monk, okay? What's so glorious about becoming a monk, becoming a beggar, okay, and dependent on others for your existence, and become a parasite to society? And this is so stupid of a thinking. Anyway, it's just my humble opinion. 2 years later, he demonstrated his resolve by cutting off 2 of his fingers. It's kind of extreme. Okay. So now he walks around with only 8 fingers. It's too much for me. Okay? This is where I don't encourage this. Okay, if you disagree with your parents, run away from home. Okay, but don't cut off your fingers. Okay, we hide you somewhere in the world. Okay, in a cave somewhere in Nepal or something. But you don't cut off your fingers. Okay, you should cherish the body your parents give you. Okay, there's no point in cutting off your fingers to demonstrate your resolve. Okay, but anyway, you see, Master YongHua he's a real character. He's going to have his way and say, you really don't think I'm serious about it? At the age of 17, he cut off 2 fingers. I'm not sure how he cut it off. With a cleaver or what? Meat cleaver? Or is it with a pair of scissors? Huh? I would like to see him take a dull knife and go like this. You don't want me to become a monk, huh? Are you sure? You still say no? So cut off 1 finger, and then you still refuse, and he start cutting off the other finger. That's how I see it happening. Okay, and let's see what's next. I haven't read this yet this week. And then he knelt in front of his parents and vowed to seek the proper Dharma to repay their kindness. Okay? So you see, I think, and the parents finally agreed, I think the dad got scared. He didn't want to see the 3rd finger fall. Okay, so Master YongHua has character for a boy. That's incredible. I don't want Xiao Tai to have ideas. Okay, boy, if you disagree with your mom, don't cut off your fingers. Let me stress this. Okay, if he does, don't blame it on me. It's so traumatic. He cut off his fingers in front of his parents. And they are so stressed out. He said, okay, go. Subsequently, he followed Master Tong of Nanhua Monastery, where the 6th patriarch was, who shaved his head. Before his full ordination, he started his travel to seek good knowing advisors. Okay. And so by tradition, he followed a master. Okay, Master Tung. I'm not sure. His Master Tung's level. He's not an eminent monk. Okay, but Nanhua Monastery is a monastery where the 6 patriarchs stayed and taught a lot of people, trained a lot of important people, eminent monks. And therefore, you know, at this monastery, they have very good teachers. So Master Tong probably was a pretty decent teacher. Okay, and so what's impressive about Master YongHua is that he's able to get into the Nanhua monastery. It's very difficult, you know. It's very difficult to be able to come to a good monastery. Let me tell you. Not only did his parents stop him, okay, but along the way, there are a lot more obstructions. Okay, and so enjoy your time when you come to a good temple, good place to learn Chan. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. Take it seriously, because it's not that easy. Let me assure you, to be able to come consistently, very, very difficult. Okay, so he's able to get into a Nanhua monastery. That's impressive. It's like you can attend Stanford. You know, you can go to Stanford campus, that kind of thing. Did you hear me? Stanford campus. Okay, no cutting off fingers. Wow, dramatic. Okay, and also another kind of odd thing is, back then in their tradition, Chinese tradition, you are not supposed to travel until after full ordination. Even after you receive full ordination as a ordained monk, you need to wait for 5 years before you're allowed to travel. Okay, so before his full ordination, he started his travels already. What does it tell you? It tells you this guy is unhappy with his teachers already. He says, I'm not learning anything here. So in our tradition, he says, I better go look for a teacher. That's a clue right there. Master YongHua is very demanding. Okay, so again, that's the tradition. Very important. If you want to speed up your training, you want to seek a competent, a teacher. Let me put it this way for you, modern day students, who has a track record. Okay, meaning they're students. They train a lot of students already. Okay, competent students. So in Chan, enlightened students, you will. People who are able to stop the thoughts. Period. Okay, no excuses. And why this is a very important tip that the Koreans don't have much emphasis, the Vietnamese don't have it, the Tibetans don't have it, the Thai don't have it, okay, not the way that the Chinese do, okay, it's because the good known advisor is like a lamp, okay? Your mind has attachments you cannot see. That's why you keep on thinking, okay? So the good known advisor's role is to shine a light on the areas that cause you to do a lot of thinking. Someday you understand what I mean, okay? So that's why the Chinese style of practicing Chan is the best. It's the fastest. Okay? We have no excuses in a Chan school. No excuses. Can you stop your thoughts? Number 2, you stop your thoughts. How many people have you trained to stop their thoughts? How advanced are they? And that's our standards in Chan. Okay? First, he studied under the Air National Teacher Huizhong Nanyang. Nanyang. Okay. Nanyang Huizhong. So his name was Tan Yun, where he understood the profound principles. Okay? So this Master Yang Shan, again, is very impressive. Impressive in the fact he got into Nanhua, which is like, let's say, the Stanford of the West Coast, or Berkeley West Coast, depending on your discipline. Okay, math, you have to go to Berkeley. Okay, anyway, but so he went to Nanhua and studied under this environment, trained this environment where they have competent teachers in Nanhua, a lot of competent teachers and competent students. Okay, you learn a lot from your students as well. I'm sure that's your case as well. And then he looked at them and said, I'm not happy. Okay, there must be something better. Okay, and so he left, he traveled. And then he met these, in the Chinese system, there's something called national teacher, where they're the teachers of the emperor, of the kings, the emperors, Chinese emperors. So they are enlightened. Okay, all national teachers in China were enlightened. Okay, and so when they're enlightened, so they train their own disciples who are designated as their successor. That's what they call heir, Dharma heir. Dharma is their teachings. So Tan Yun was a very famous heir, successor to the national teacher. Okay, and he's practiced under Tan Yun, and he understood the profound principles. Yes, Korea lady. It's moving, probably driving.
주미 씨 소리 켜주세요.
Okay, now we can hear you. No, we still can't hear you. It's okay.
스님 들리세요? 들리세요?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Master, can you hear me? 네. 스님, 그 운전 중 아니고 그냥 조수석에 앉아 있고요. 그다음에 그 중국에만 국사가 있는 게 아니라 한국에도 국사가 있거든요. 그래서 마스터께서 그 작년에 순천에 있는 송광사 가셨는데 그 송광사가 임금의 스승이신 16국사를 배출한 승보사찰이라고 저도 말씀드리고 싶어요. 그러니까 한국에도 있어요, 국사가.
Master, I'm not driving, I'm just sitting next to it. And I also want to tell you that national teacher is not only in China, also in Korea we have national teachers. So when we went to Songgwangsa together, that temple is the place for national teachers.
Songgwangsa? Okay.
예, 송광사.
Okay, thank you. Songgwangsa. Thank you very much. Okay. Korea too. All right. Thank you for your input. Wonderful how much we learned. Okay, so now, before I go into the profound principles, let's get some background information. Chan Master Tan Yun studied under Chan Master Nanyang, and Ma Zu, Taoyi Ma Zu is very, very famous, excellent teacher. And he was another thing that you also pay attention to. These are the tips, okay? That he was an attendant of National Chan Master Nanyang, meaning that he received personal instructions from a famous monk. Okay, in the Chan system, you're an attendant because you receive personal instructions, you have a chance to observe your master's daily routines. How often he eats, how often he uses the iPhone, and so forth, and how much he sleeps. Okay, how he talks to his disciples, how he yelled at his monks and nuns, and so forth. Okay, and so it's a fantastic thing. In the real world, for example, we also call it on-the-job training, where the people with potential are actually put under a mentor. Okay, so for example, you want to become executive, you want to mentor under a VP or EVP or president and chairman and so forth. In a law system, you want a clerk for Supreme Court justice and so forth. Okay, and those are the prized positions, you will. Okay, so this Chan Master Dan Yuan is special. No two ways about it. Okay, he's very competent. Okay, and you hear the names. It's called name dropping. I'm not sure. I don't know much about Nanyang because there's not a whole lot of teachings left. Okay, here's a cool thing. If your teaching is so good, okay, will be preserved, will be saved. Okay, if it's not good enough, not as good as the other teachings, then it gets buried. Okay, and so I don't know about Nanyang, but I know about Mazu. Okay, Mazu is very, very fantastic teacher. All right, but the interesting thing here, folks, is that he's an attendant. This is a prized thing in Chan training. Okay, this is it. And so. And Master Nang Yang was one of the most excellent disciples of the Sixth Patriarch. Sixth Patriarch is the best teacher, one of the best teachers in Chinese Chan. And Master Yang Nan was at the top of the school. Now, in all fairness, in my opinion, Master Sixth Patriarch was very competent, was just in a class by himself, but his followers weren't that good. Not all of them were good. Okay, is that kind of interesting? So that's why because there weren't a lot of his successors' teachings left. Okay, that would stand the test of time. Their teachings are preserved because they help their students who became grateful and preserved the teachings because they wanted to share the teachings so that others can also receive the same benefits, you see? So that's why Nanyang was was very good. He was a national master of 2 emperors, and this is not a good thing. Okay? You cannot be a teacher of an emperor without engaging in politics. And for you to be a teacher in 2 successive emperors, to me, that's not a good thing, honestly. My opinion. If most teachers would engage the emperor for a while, and then okay, that's enough for today. That's enough for me. Let me go back to my mountain, my temple, and because you cannot be in that environment without doing politics. Period. Okay, so this is one of the reasons why his teachings never survived. Not pure Chan enough. 10. Later he studied under Master Wei Shan, where he attained enlightenment. Okay, now let's go back to this slide here, where he understood the profound principles. If we have time, I will go into this. We don't. I think the next slide I read some time ago, a few weeks ago, would go again. We'll go back to this process where he understood the profound principles. Okay, and you Chinese-speaking people can research on what it means to 悟学智. Okay, understood the profound principles. If you like, and you can discuss it. How about that? Why don't you do that? Because I'm running out of time. Okay? Yes, sir. 7.
Thank you, Master. I wonder how we can use this good knowing advisor story to stop our thinking. Because it sounds to me is still other people's story.
Yes.
Yeah, I wonder
Very
how
good.
we can use that.
They leave behind a system of training, a way of training. So the training you are doing right now is from Master YongHua. The fundamentals you're learning is from Master YongHua. And this is all his disciples went through this kind of training. You have to build your foundation. Okay? And so that's why the track record matters. Meaning that because of this training here, his disciples became enlightened. So we copied the same thing, knowing how good it was. And our disciples, your generation also have quite a few people who made it, who became enlightened, who excel at this as well. Okay? So it's a process that you're undergoing, the training you're undergoing, that has a track record already in 2 generations. Okay? And he studied under Master Wei Shan, where he attained enlightenment. So there's a difference between, he was wandering around, studying under various famous masters, and then he went to Master Wei Shan and he became enlightened. Okay? Next, after receiving Master Wei Shan's secret seal, okay, he led his disciples to Wangmang mountain. And so don't know what Mi Yin, secret seal, what it had to do in the Chinese thing, Chinese tradition back then. Maybe we can get some help. You guys can do some research on that. I don't know what it means. Okay. Yes, Daniel, on the internet.
Hi, Master. I just want to ask, what can I do in my cultivation to help me find a job in the future?
What do you to find a job? The job are the result of your blessings. You harness more and more blessings. So, for example, Chan cultivation, you practice Chan, you participate in these classes, you're creating a lot of blessings for yourself. Okay, and so the more blessings you have, the more chances you have in getting a job. Number 1. Okay. Number 2. To make it so what we call blessings is actually our seeds, okay, there, waiting to sprout, okay, and so the jobs are basically blessings that mature. So the seeds, in order for the seeds to mature, you need the sun, the water, the soil, and all the various conditions to help the seed sprout, okay, and so what we remind our students is that you want the good seeds to sprout, and not the bad seeds to sprout, okay, because we have both good seeds and bad seeds, Okay, if you have the bad seed sprout and you do things that are stupid or to harm yourself, you got a job that will harm yourself. Whereas you want a good seeds to sprout so that you have a job that's beneficial to you.
Yes.
Okay, and so in order for you to get the good seeds to sprout, you should refrain from doing bad stuff. And this is what you are not taught by your teachers and your parents. Okay, what you do matters. It's not just any job, but you want to get a good job, and get a good job is number one. Again, in summary, number one, you create blessings. You need to have good seeds of blessings. Okay, number two, do good, be a good person, and the good jobs will come to you, and the bad jobs will stay away from you. Okay? So basically, the more seeds, good seeds you have, the more good you do, the better a job, the more chances you're going to have. Okay? It's up to you.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, Master.
All right. So help with the Chinese about the secret seal from Master Wei Shan. Basically, this is a Chinese thing, so I'm not sure how to explain this to you. But basically, my guess is that Master Wei Shan basically said, "You're a competent teacher." Okay. He led his disciples away from Master Wei Shan's temple. To a different place, to Wangmang Mountain. Yes, two.
Master, do you want to hear about the meaning now or next time?
You can do it now.
According to the Buddhism dictionary, there are two meanings. So one meaning is in Chan school, it just means secret mind seal.
Okay.
And then there's also another meaning is in the secret school where Buddhas and Bodhisattvas have their original fundamental vows, and then the mi'ins, the mudras with the hands or fingers that mark the original vows. That's what it says. And then I just want to add one more context is the Wei Mountain Temple that the Wei Shan master established is actually called Mi'in Si. So actually the name of the temple is Secret Seal Temple.
Okay, I didn't know that. Thank you for the input. Okay, so my interpretation then is the first one, where the Mi'in here is mind-to-mind transmission, meaning that Master Wei Shan certified him to be an enlightened monk, not just enlightened monk, but also to be a competent teacher as well. And that's how he was able. That's how Master Yang Shan decided to split and bring his disciples away from Master Wei Shan disciples. Okay, it's kind of a cool thing to do. Basically, telling the existing disciples, "You're kind of not good enough for me." That's what it means. Okay? This is what happens. You are loyal, devoted to Master Wei Shan. Okay? So therefore you have blind spots. You're no longer. The reason you're still here because you are not good enough yet. And you're too blindly loyal to Master Wei Shan. If I were to stay around, you still won't listen to me. Therefore, goodbye. It's a rejection. It's a very strong statement. You are not good enough. Okay? Due to the absence of favorable conditions there, he moved to Yang Mountain where students came in great numbers. Okay? So he had to see, it's a funny thing. He split away because he made a statement. He said, you follow me, okay? I will train you, and you will have a better chance than we were to stay here together because you receive influence is from these people who are stupid and think they are good. Okay? In China, there's no excuses. Either you have or you don't. There's no beating around the bush. So for him to reject them is a very, very strong statement of the remaining students at Yangshan temple. Okay? So, and you see, and he just went there just more to get away from them, to protect his students, than to go to a place where there is comfortable or have the things. No, and he went away. We used to split, and desperation, he went to Wangmang Mountain, and he couldn't really survive there. No one supported him there, so he moved to Yang Mountain, where it's the students came. Meaning what? Meaning that those teachers taught because the local people support it. They don't support it, he can't teach. Okay? They don't say, oh, unlike Daniel, he says, I have a job here, I want a good job, so the master is a different world. The Chan master is a different world. They depend on the support of the people in order for them to do their jobs. They're not like us, like you, where they look for a job to make money, to support a family, and so forth. No, for these Chan masters, they taught because they were able to get enough support so that they can do their jobs, if you will. Okay? And so Yang Mountain was a lot more, he received a lot more support. Okay? And they spread the word, not in terms of material support, they also spread the word so people came to benefit from his training, his teachings. A few years before Master Yangshan passed away, he composed this verse, the last slide, and we're going to stop. Oh, 2 slides. At the age of 77, today, this old man is leaving. See? Very simple. It's nothing like, nothing fancy, dramatic. Okay, I'm leaving now, I'm going to miss you, you're so special. And nothing like that, okay? It's like, at the age of 77, this is how he says goodbye. I'm 77 years old. This old man here, his body is not working anymore, so it's time for me to leave. This body here is floating and sinking with nature, holding bent knees with my hands, And so he died at age 77. Okay? 任性自浮沉. Really? I'm not sure why these 2 lines in the verse. Why he said those things? Okay, maybe the Chinese people can help us out. Yes, Professor Jane.
Thank you, Master. I just want to make a comment about the national teachers, the great master Qingliang Chengguan. He served 5 emperors.
Yes. So
I just want to point this out. So here, Venerable Huiji is not the only one who served more than one emperor.
Yeah, it's not Heiji who served emperors. It's the Danyang who served 2 emperors.
Danyang, sorry.
But Master Qingliang is a different story. Master Qingliang's role in Buddhism was not to train students. He was there to produce materials, teaching material. He's more on the teaching school. Okay, he's not in a Chan world. Okay?
I see.
Wei Mountain.
Master,
the pure,
what did you
the
say
pure
about,
Chan masters frown upon serving an emperor. Go ahead, Wei Mao.
Master, several slides ago, it was about the sixth patriarch, how there weren't that many disciples that could reach a high level back then, right next to him?
No, they were pretty high. Okay, I'm sure there were a lot of high-level disciples of Master Sixth Patriarch. Okay, but the ones that are famous, okay, that we are aware of, so far they haven't left any significant teachings. Okay, not to the level of Ma Zu or you know. So that's my complaint. Okay. All right. So floating, sinking in nature, holding bent knees with my hands. I don't know why he says that, and then he dies. There must be a reason. Okay, time is up. So can we can revisit this next week if our students can do some research and help out with this verse here. Thank you, everyone. See you next time.